Hello, and welcome to this session of the 2021 online KBHC experience, an offering of Cormont Music and our gift to the horn community. In this session, we feature Natalie Douglass Grana, authority on inner hearing and solfege training, faculty at both Lake Forest College and DePaul University in Chicago, expert on the Kodály pedagogical method, and author of A Singing Approach to Horn Playing. I'm your moderator, Kyle Schober, Eastman doctoral student and an active freelancer and teacher. Before we jump into the session, a few Zoom housekeeping items. So that we may be able to hear the presentation, we've muted all participants. Please stay muted for the duration of the session unless one of our presenters asks you to unmute. If you click on Participants at the bottom of the screen, you should see a participant list pop up with your name at the top. If the name associated with your Zoom account is different from your own first and last name, please click on the blue More button next to your name, select Rename, and enter your first and last name. This will help us know who it is we are communicating with. If you click on Chat at the bottom of the screen, you should see the chat box appear. Comments posted in the chat are affected by the drop-down menu above the text box. Depending on your selection, your comment may be viewed by everyone or by individual participants. Each time you enter a comment in the chat, please double-check your selection so that your comment is seen by your intended audience. And with that, I'll hand the session off to Natalie.
Thank you so much, Kyle, and a huge thank you to the entire KBHC staff and the Cormont Music Board for the countless hours they've spent putting this together. It took a lot of time to make this week happen, and it would not be possible without them. So thank you. I send endless love and gratitude to all of you. Before I actually jump into exercises and things, I want to let you know that this is a totally interactive session. So I invite you to have your horn handy. If you don't have it, go grab it. We're going to spend the hour singing, buzzing, playing together. So if you want to participate, go grab it now. I'd like to start by actually asking you all a question. And as you think about your answer, I would invite you to think more broadly than just as a hornist, but really as a musician. And my question is, what does it mean to be musically literate? Let's think about that for a second. What does it mean to be musically literate? Of course, by using the term literate or literacy, by extension, we can think of music as a language, just like we talked about English literacy, right? In the same way that we think about hearing, reading, speaking English or any other language, we can also think about music. I heard a really, really great quote at a Kodály seminar that, I'm not going to get it exactly right, but the gist of it was, when you read music, you should be able to envision, hear the sound in your head as vividly as you were actually hearing it out loud. And that the opposite is true. That when you hear music, if you're sitting and listening to a horn sonata or whatever, you should be able to, as you're hearing it, picture the music on the page. Now, this maybe seems like very out of reach for some of us, right? Like, holy smokes. But it's not, if you think about it, the equivalent in English, right? If I were to say a sentence out loud, you could picture what the text would look like on the page, right? Or write it down. And the same is also true if you were reading something on a piece of paper. You could hear the words in your head. This is what you do every day when you're reading, right? You don't read out loud every time you read. So our ultimate goal as musicians is to be able to read music like we read language, to be able to look at a piece of music and imagine the sound before we play every single note. Why is this so important for us as horn players? I'm not sure if you noticed this, folks, but we play a pretty unforgiving instrument, right? Who here has ever played a wrong partial? Yeah, both hands raised super high. Let me get sciencey on you here for a second. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Screen sharing. All right. Are we all looking at the overtone series? Yeah. Overtone series. Friend or foe? I'll let you decide. So here's the overtone series. This is all of the notes possible on any given fingering. This so happens to be the notes of the open horn, right? If I put down second valve, then I would get this same pattern of notes, but down a half step. First valve, same patterns of notes, down a whole step. A couple of observations. The first is a very basic one. Dang it, there's a whole ton of notes we can get on any given fingering, right? It's not like walking up to a piano and pressing a note. You have to hear the one that you want in order to play the correct one. The valve alone is not going to do the work for you. All right, second observation. What do you notice happens as we ascend through the overtone series? The notes get closer together, right? Yikes. What this means is that the higher that we play, the closer the partials are together. It's just like shooting at smaller targets all the time. So we have to be extremely, extremely accurate in what in perceiving the pitch. Last observation. I don't want to talk too much about this, but I want you to know that we as horn players our playable range of the instrument is higher on the overtone series than the rest of the brass. They play lower on the overtone series. So again, bigger targets versus smaller targets. This is why we have this sort of notorious reputation as being the people that miss the notes in the orchestra. Coincidentally, I don't know if you guys saw this, this little, I can't use my cursor as a pointer, or can you see my cursor? This piano GIF, it was floating around Facebook, it was on social media a while ago, and I saw it and I died laughing. This is what a piano keyboard would look like if it fit the same dimensions of the overtone series, with the keys getting smaller and smaller as you ascend. Isn't that just great? Don't you wish pianists would have to spend like a day or a week actually playing a piano like that, where the top notes are like the width of a gnat? So anyway, my end statement for you is just that the more vividly that you can hear a pitch, the more accurately you're going to play. It's crucial that we hear the correct note before we play. So I'm here today to both delight and to torture you with hearing, singing, buzzing, playing exercises to make sure that you're accurately and actively hearing every single note before you play it. So we're going to start with an inner hearing exercise, which is precisely the skill that I was just describing, that we're hearing the sound actively in our head before we play. When we do this throughout the session, I want you to make the sound as real in your head and as loud in your head as possible. We're going to start with sort of a goofy inner hearing warm-up exercise, just very briefly. Here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to close your eyes. We all know Darth Vader's voice, right? I want you to, as loudly in your head, I want you to hear Darth Vader reciting the first line of the Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead and do that right now. As I'm doing it, I'm also like picturing him standing in my like second grade classroom, which is just excellent. But anyway, we have this ability to think and hear, right? To think in sound. Let's now add pitch to this. Okay, oops. There we go. All right, we are going to sing what I think should be a very familiar tune for all of us. Go Tell Aunt Rhody. I'm throwing you back to your beginning band days. Will you just sing with me? And as we sing, will you please also clap the rhythm? Go 1, 2, ready, go. Go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody the old gray goose is dead. Grab your mouthpieces and buzz. I'm going to accompany mouthpieces. I'll give you a second to grab them. Go. Singing with your lips as you buzz. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, buzzing, go. Go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody the old gray goose is dead. Coincidentally, I love warming up on Mouthpiece with just simple songs. It's like not rocket science, but just a beautiful way to use melody to get yourself ready to play. All right, your next task. We're back to singing and clapping. But this time, we're doing some inner hearing work. I would like you to only sing the words that are in red out loud. And everything else, again, very vividly in your head, as though you were hearing yourself sing, but you're not. Here we go, singing and clapping, red notes, red words only. 1, 2, ready, go, go. And go. Old, red. Kind of creepy words, sorry. I didn't write them. Grab your mouthpieces, please. Same exact thing. You are going to buzz only the red notes, the red words. Okay? Again, we're turning this inner hearing stuff directly into a buzz. Here we go. 1, 2, buzzing, go, go. And go. All right, you should be now experiencing this phenomena, practicing the inner hearing. This is great. Let's move on to actually playing the song. I have it notated here for you in F, the key of our people, F major. We're going to sing it on solfege. And there might be some of you who are like, solfege, what the heck? I don't even, what is that? This is a totally new concept. It just refers to using a syllable for every note scale. So I'm sure you've seen the Sound of Music or heard the song. Do, dear, female, dear, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol. We're only dealing with the first 5 notes of the scale in the song, so we're only concerned with do, re, mi, fa, and sol. So in F major, do is F, re is G, mi is A, fa is B flat, and sol is C. Will you sing up and down do, re, mi, fa, sol with me, and also just depress the horn valves, horn fingerings and singing. Here we go. Just up and down the scale. Ready? And do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Excellent playing. Up and down the little 5-note scale on the horn. Playing on the horn. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Gorgeous. Can we sing Aunt Rhody? Aunt Rhody is the first 2 lines notated there. I've conveniently provided you with the solfege in my infinite kindness. Okay? Singing on solfege. 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, mi, re, do, do, re, fa, mi, re, do. Sol, sol, fa, mi, mi, re, do, re, mi, do. Playing on the horn. Horns up. Here we go, playing. 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, mi, re, do, do, re, fa, mi, re, do. Sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, do. Gorgeous. I love about all the renditions of Aunt Rhody that just happened all across the country. Beautiful. All right. Moving on. Take a look. There's this like single line melody at the bottom. It consists of the same 5 notes that we just did. Do, re, mi, fa, and sol. I want you to, I'm going to use the word sight sing. And as soon as I say sight sing, I can feel everybody just collectively, like every muscle tensing in your body. Don't stress. It's, again, the same 5 notes we just did. Before you sing out loud, and resist the temptation to sing out loud, I would like you just to look it through and inner hear. I'll give you 30 seconds or something. Just look it through. Hear each note, provided some of the solfege, but not all of it. Okay? Can you find sol? Where's your sol? Sol. look it through. Okay. Can we sing? Let's sing it. 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, mi, sol, sol, fa, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi. Can we sing it once with the horn fingerings? Here we go, horn fingerings, 1, 2, singing, and sol, mi, sol, sol, fa, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi. Mouthpiece, grab your mouthpiece, we're buzzing it. Mouthpieces. Buzz your first sol, right beautifully, smack dab in the center of that C. Buzzing sol, sol. Here we go, 2. Ready, go. Sol, mi, sol, sol, fa, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi. On the horn. Grab your horns. We're playing. Give me a second to put your horn up. Sol, 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, mi, sol, sol, fa, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi. Gorgeous. You are going to play it one more time, and I'm going to sing Go Tell Aunt Rhody. It's going to be an enchanting duet. Here we go. You're on sol, 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, re, do. Sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, mi, do. Let's switch. You're on Go Tell Aunt Rhody. I am on the duet part. You're on mi, 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, mi, sol, sol, fa, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi. Beautiful. Excellent. Very, very good. Now, I can tell all of you out there are just getting a little too secure. Okay, feeling fat and sassy out there like you got this all figured out, so I gotta switch things up on you and keep you moving. We are now going to read what is called in the biz stick notation. So you see, I'm taking away the staff. I provided you, though, with all the information you need to play the melody. I've given you the solfege syllables, and I have given you the rhythm. But it is up to you to construct the melody with your new solfege knowledge. And we are changing keys. So we were in F before, we are now in G. That means that G is Do, Re is A, Mi is B natural, no B flats. I don't want to hear any Go Tell Aunt Rhody in minor. Oops. F is C, or Fa, sorry, Fa is C and Sol is D. Can we sing Go Tell Aunt Rhody? Number 1 is Go Tell Aunt Rhody, just written in stick notation. Can we please sing it now in G major? Mi, 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, re, do. Sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, mi, do. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to give you a second to look it through with horn fingerings. All right. So mi, our starting pitch is what? B natural. 2 or 2. Mi. Take 30 seconds on your own. Think it through with the horn fingers. Singing with horn fingerings. Singing with horn fingerings. 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, mi, re, do, do, re, fa, mi, re, do. Sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, do. Play it on the horn. G major. Here we go. 1, 2, on the horn. Mi, mi, re, do, do, re, fa, mi, re, do. Sol, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, do. Gorgeous. Number 2. So this is kind of back to, well, it's not kind of, it is sight singing again. No problem, you got this. Again, it's only the first 5 notes. It's do, re, mi, fa, and sol. G major. Don't worry about horn fingerings yet. Just look it through. Use your inner hearing and hear each pitch in your head without singing out loud. Take just a second and do that right now. Can you hear your first me? You can use Go Talent Roadie to find it, right? Because we start on me there. Me. A few more seconds to look it through. Here we are. Me singing out loud. 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, do, re, do. One more time. This one's trickier. Mi, 2, ready, go. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, do, re, do. Add the fingerings. Remember, we're in G major. Mi, 2, ready, go. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, do, re, do. Can we buzz it? Buzzing on the mouthpiece. 1, 2. So I'll let you get your mouthpieces up. 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, do, re, do. On the horn. Here we go. 1, 2, on the horn. Mi, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, fa, mi, do, re, do. One more, number 3. Some of you will quickly see where this is headed. Can you find sol? Sol. Look it through, inner hearing only, no singing out loud. Where's your sol? Can you sing it? Sol. Let's sing it. 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re, re. Oh, wait a minute. I know this one. That's right. This is, of course, the horn solo from the finale of Firebird. Let's sing one more time. Sol, 2, nice. Can we buzz it, please? On the mouthpiece. Singing with your lips. 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, mi, do, re, re. Beautiful. We're going to sing it one more time with the horn fingerings now, and then we're going to play it. Think through your fingerings for a moment. Okay. Here we go. I'm singing with fingerings, and then we'll play it. Sol, 2, ready, go. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, mi, do, re, re. Let's play it on the horn. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, mi, do, re, re. Awesome. I've got bad news, friends. The Firebird solo is not in G major. It's in F sharp major. Ah, gross. Come on, Stravinsky. What the heck? So we're gonna have to now sing and play it in F sharp, of course, right? So, my do is F sharp, re is G sharp, mi is A sharp, fa is B natural, sol is C sharp. Can we just play up our do, re, mi, fa, sol, please? In F sharp major, just the first 5 notes of the F sharp major scale. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Excellent, excellent. Now, take a look through the solo. We just sang it. I know you got it in your brain. Think through your horn fingerings. Starting on sol, which is, of course, C sharp. Do some inner hearing work in your head while you move your valves. Not a key we play in every day. Okay, let's sing with fingerings. Singing with the fingerings. 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, mi, do, re, re. Very nice. Can we play it? Yes, we can. Playing it on the horn. F sharp major. 1, 2, ready, go. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, mi, do, re, re. All right. I'll let you actually look at the solo now. Okay, so here it is in all of its glory as it actually appears in your part. So now we're actually going to sing it. You'll also notice that before we were singing in 2/2 time. We're in 3/2 time. Yes, 1 extra half note per measure. This is again as it actually appears in the orchestral part. Now, I'm going to set a metronome. You'll notice the second phrase starting in measure 5 is ever so slightly different rhythmically than the first phrase, but I think you guys got this, yeah? Okay, I've got my metronome going. Let's play. Horns up, you're playing the entire thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, mi, do, re, re. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do. Fa, such a simple but beautiful melody. Now, again, you guys just look a little too confident out there, so I gotta make you work a little. If you're not sweating yet, I'm not doing my job. Okay, so we were at half note equals 54, which is a good performance tempo. I am now giving you 18. Okay, so this is actually the same tempo, but rather than giving you every beat, giving you all 3 beats of the bar, I'm giving you 1 beat per bar. Pretty darn slow. So here's what I want you to do for starters. 1, 2, 3. Can you just tap really anywhere? I like tapping sort of like my sternum because you kind of get, it's really close to your heart, your actual pulse. Okay, can you just tap the half notes, please? So you're tapping all 3 beats of the measure. 1, 2, 3. Tap, 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 tap. Just practice keeping that nice steady half note pulse for a second. Harder to do than it seems, maybe. Very good. Okay, now, maintaining that pulse, we're going to sing. I'll count us off. 1, 2, 3. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re, re. Sol, sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re. Beautiful. Okay. Can you do it without tapping? Pulse? Can you sing it in time without tapping externally? You are the metronome in your brain. Here we go. Singing one more time. I'll count us off. 1, 2, 3. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re, re. Sol, sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re. Pick up your horns. Keep that inner half note pulse going very strongly, as strongly as you can. Okay, I'll count us off. Horns up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re, re. Sol, sol, fa, mi, sol, re, do, fa, mi, do, re. Gorgeous! Once again, you guys just look a little too confident. So go back to tapping the half note, please. Tapping halves. And now we're singing again, but this time please only sing quarter notes out loud. Everything else as vividly in your head as possible. Just as loudly in your mind as if you were actually singing out loud. Sol. Here we go. I'll count us off. Quarter notes only. 1, 2, 3. Mi, sol. Mi, re, fa, mi, do. Mi, sol. Mi, re, fa, mi, do. We do the same thing on the mouthpiece, please. Grab your mouthpiece. There we go. Mouthpieces are buzzing. Quarter notes only. I'll count us off. 1, 2, 3. Mi, sol. Mi, re, fa, mi, do. Mi, sol. on the horn, quarter notes only. Singing with your lips, inner hearing everything you're not playing just as loudly as though you were actually playing it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Mi, sol. Mi, re, fa, mi, do. Mi, sol. Mi, re, fa, mi, do. Woo! All right, that's probably the most intense thing I'm going to make you do this morning, where I'm making you do both intense pulse and inner hearing work at the same time, right? You should be, everybody shake it out. Woo! All right, yeah. It's a good stretch after that one. That's like, yeah, it's like aerobics with your brain. Very good. I will tell you, I very rarely do sort of excerpt practice or really any sort of horn practice where I have my metronome on at every single beat. Because what you're really training yourself to do is to react to the metronome. It's not bad to practice with the metronome on every beat. I'll do it if I'm playing in a piece that switches time signatures a bunch, because obviously you can't set your metronome for that. But if I'm doing something like this, especially like a lyrical solo at a slow tempo, I will put it on basically the slowest possible metronome marking, so that you are training yourself to become the metronome. You are training yourself to actively subdivide a pulse. So we were at 18. You could do one pulse for every 2 measures at 9, but I'm not going to do that with you this morning. So yeah, I would really encourage you to only use your metronome at bigger beat divisions. Before we move on, I could take some questions. Kyle, if there's any in the chat, if anybody's asked anything.
Yeah, so far we just have one question from Marcus. He says, "Hello, Natalie," and he's interested on where and how he can purchase your book.
Oh, thank you for the shameless plug, almost. I actually have written a book that's all sort of these exercises like we just did. Actually, Firebird's not in it because it is still under copyright. It's not in the public domain yet. But different pieces, horn pieces, starting with, it's actually very much formatted like what we've done today, where we started with like just a basic folk song, and then we do basic pitch training, and then move on. The rest of the book is horn literature. I have canons that you can sing and play. You can do that with friends. And solfeggio, which are like vocal etudes, vocalises that I've transcribed for horn with a duet partner. So I think it's a lot of fun. I very much stand by it. But anyway, I have to turn in, I'm doing a companion website that goes with it, so you can like sing and play along with me. And I'm still recording videos, so it will not, all those are due August 1st. Okay. August 1. So I assume my book, I think, will be available like early 2022, I think. So Oxford University Press is the publisher. I will try to be as vocal about it on social media as I can. Thank you, Marcus, for asking. It has been a huge labor of love. Holy smokes. I've been working on this book since I did my Fulbright. So it's been a minute.
Great. Okay, Emily has another question, and she asks, is this method good to use for students of all ages? And what is the age of your youngest student that has attempted solfege?
Great question, Emily. And yes, you would be shocked. Well, first of all, I'll tell you, in Hungary, where kids start with this very, very young, I actually would sit in on classes a lot. And I saw 8-year-olds singing in harmony, like beautiful harmony. I saw probably 10 or 11-year-olds modulate on solfege because they were used to, like without being instructed to do so. Incredible. You can do a ton with solfege actually without even using the syllables. And you're probably like, what are you talking about? So I would start, Emily, with basic 3-note, even 2-note songs. And there are a lot of, even if you just Google like Kodály, Kodaly, 2-note, 3-note songs that they will come up. They usually start with sol mi songs. Sol mi re songs would be, it depends actually on who's doing the arranging. If you do 2 or 3-note songs, when I say before without syllables, I would watch this again. Another thing that I witnessed in Hungary, and it's so cool. You can do this in English. I saw them doing it in Hungarian. So the teacher with, I don't know, pre-K, maybe as young as 4 or 5. I'm trying to remember how old the kids were. The teacher would say, "Jó napot kívánok," which means good morning in Hungarian. And the kids would sing back, "Jó napot kívánok." And then they're learning sol mi, sol mi. And then they would change the rhythm. Jó napot kívánok, jó napot kívánok. So you could do solfege training just picking 2 syllables. And then, or you could walk up to and, "What is your name? My name's Emily," or whatever. And they repeat back to you. And then once you've done this a jillion times, you'll notice how much repetition we've done in the class this morning. Repetition is key. You've sang it a million times, then sol mi, sol mi, or whatever. So yeah, 2 or 3-note songs. You can do solfege with really little kids. Just making sure that you keep it simple with lots of repetition. Yeah, great question.
Yeah, excellent. So far, that is all the questions we have. But if you have a question you'd like to ask Natalie, please put it in the chat and we'll get to it at the end of the session.
Awesome. Great. Okay, I've got another familiar tune for us this morning. Oops. There we go. Okay. We know this one. Hold on, I gotta reset my metronome here. Can we sing? This is Tchaikovsky's Fifth. Let's sing on solfege. Again, I have it conveniently labeled for you. 1, 2, 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Can you now also tap along? I'm not going to make you do the crazy subdivision, but can you just somewhere tap the dotted quarters, our dotted quarter note pulse? And we're going to sing it one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Gorgeous. Okay, here's your next task. And if you want to stay there, this is a choose your own adventure this morning, okay? If you're like, that's good, I'm happy doing this. The next level challenge for you is with the hand that is not tapping the pulse, I would like you to tap the rhythm of the song. So, do, ti, la, do, ti, sol, la, ti, re. If that makes sense. Okay, try it if you want. If you're like, no way, Jose, then just tap the pulse. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. I see people smiling out there because they're like, wow, it was not even close. That's okay. That's okay. I'll tell you though, I won't make you. Well, let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time for the people out there that need redemption. Okay, I'm all about redemption. Here we go. 2 for nothing. 2, 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Isn't it trickier than it seems it should be? I didn't have to do this until, again, I was in Hungary studying solfege, and it was like my hands was just like, you could not get them to do 2 separate things. They just wanted to do the same exact thing. If that is the case for you, Let's actually just try this. I encourage you, first of all, not to think that you just can't do this or that you're bad at it. It's probably just new. Okay, it's important in horn and in all things in life to acknowledge when you're bad at something and when you're new at something. So don't give up. I have found that this is probably the single best way, if you are rushing things or playing wrong rhythms, to fix them. Because you're immediately like tactile. You're feeling where you are not lining up with the beat. If it's just too hard, here's a good preliminary thing. We'll try this right now. Start by just doing 2 different subdivisions in your hands. So tap a dotted quarter in one hand. So you're just tapping the pulse. Okay. Now can you tap the 8th notes with your other hand? So it'll be 3 8th notes for every dotted quarter. Yeah. This is just a good preliminary, like, okay, I can do two different things with my hands. Can you switch now? Your dotted quarter note hand, can you switch it to dotted halves? Yeah. You guys want to try singing the song with this? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti, sol, la, ti, re, do, do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Whew, yeah, brain work. But trust me, if your pulse, if you're having rhythmic issues, you don't need to practice playing it on your horn 50,000 times. You need to fix your sense of pulse, right? So this is the best way to do it. Okay, playing it on the horn. Let's play it. We've done enough singing and tapping and whatever the heck. Okay, horns up. I'm gonna accompany you. 1, 2, 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti, sol, la, ti, re, do, do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Wonderful. Okay, now there are some serious harmonic things to be aware of in this excerpt. So want to do some harmonic work this morning. Okay, come with me, friends. This is going to be tricky, but just give it a shot. So we're going to sing the solo again. Do you see these little boxes underneath the solo? Each one represents a different note in the harmony. Okay, your job is I'm going to play. This is the actual bass part in the orchestra. Okay, I'm playing the bass. While you are singing, and I will sing with you, while we're singing this horn solo, I want you to memorize the bass. Right? So you're memorizing my piano part. We're only going to do the first half. Okay, so the first 5 notes of the bass. Ready? Here we go. We're singing the solo. Listening for the bass. 2 and 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti, sol, la, ti, re, do. Did you get it? Should I do it again? I'll do it again. Here we go. Memorizing the bass. 2 and 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti, sol, la, ti, re, do. Can you sing the bass? Let's sing it on Lou together. Here we go. Bass part. 2 and 3. Any guesses on the solfege? We start on do. I'll give you that one. What's this note? Re. What about this note? Fa, then mi, and then back to do. together. 2 and 3. Simple enough. What are the pitches for the horn? Do is A. We're in A major. A is do. Re. You can look at the solo if you need to cheat. Re is B natural. Oops. Fa is D. Mi is C sharp. Do is A. Can we play it on the horn? Playing the bass part. Pick whatever octave you like. You don't have to play in the actual bass octave. Here we go. 2 and 3. Do, re, fa, mi, do. Now we got to finish it off. All right, we're singing the second half. I'm starting my bass on do. Then we're starting on do, re, mi, fa. Here we go. 2 and 3. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Last 4 notes, I'll play them again. You're memorizing. Here we go. 2 and 3. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 fa. Let's do the bass on Lou. Lou, ready and go. We're singing on solfege. This one's harder. This one's harder. It's the end of the class. I had to build to a great finale here. Okay. Do, we start on do, then we have la, it goes to sol, then do, and we end on mi. Can we sing the whole bass part? Here we go. Singing the bass. 2 and 3. Do, re, fa, mi, do, la, sol, do, mi. Very nice. What's my la? Because we gotta play it on the horn. La is what? F sharp. Sol is E. And then we know that do is A. Mi is C sharp. If it's too much to try to compute the solfege in A major, don't worry about it. Just sing it with me. Sing or play as you choose the bass line. Do, 1, 2, 3. Do, re, fa, mi, do, la, sol, do, mi. Very nice. Now you are playing the solo. I am playing the bass line. Here we go. I'm accompanying you. 2 and 3. Do, re, fa, mi, do, la, sol, do, mi. Awesome, guys. I know harmony work is tricky. We don't do a ton of it as horn players because we play a solo instrument. Okay, I'll make this brief. What you are looking at is the solfege kind of stacked up of the string section. So as you know, we've got these lush string harmonies underneath the horn solo. So I've just condensed them down into what the solfege is. So here's what I want to do. we're just going to sing up and down each one of these harmonies. Do, mi, sol, mi, do, sol, ti, re, fa, re, ti, sol. Just sing along with me. Up and down. 2. Ready? And do, mi, sol, mi, do, sol, ti, re, fa, re, ti, sol. Do, mi, sol, mi, do, re, fa, la, do, la, fa, re, sol, ti, re, fa, re, ti, sol. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Now you see at the bottom here, I have the solo written out in stick notation. Do, ti, la, do, ti. So I have a question for you. Let's look at the measure 9. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti. In measure 9, in the horn solo, what note do you notice is not in the harmony? It's not either sol, ti, re, or fa. Do, right? There's no do in the string section. We only have sol, ti, re, and fa. So listen. Do, ti, la, do. Crunch. Do, not in the harmony. This is what we call a dissonant note. Do, but it does go to ti, which, ooh, ti's there. Ti, yes. Next measure. Sol, la, ti, re, do. What about this measure? What do we not have in the harmony? There's no re in there. I have do, mi, or sol. Re, re, but do, do, re, mi. Going on. Oops, sorry. Do, re, mi, fa. Yep, we got that one. Re, re, fa, la, do, la, fa, re. We got a fa in there. Good. Fa, 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 fa. Yes, we have a fa there too. Sol, ti, re, fa, re, ti, sol. Fa, fa, mi. What about that downbeat? Fa, no, not there either. Okay, so now, here's what I want to do. My red circled notes are the ones that are dissonant. They are not in the harmony underneath the horn solo. I want you to sing the horn solo. And just very simply, can you put your hands together like, I don't know, you're going to clap or something, kind of like this? Okay. Can you just squeeze them? Like, just enough to, like somebody gave you just a little bit too much of a hug. Okay, don't like break a finger or anything, okay? Just a little bit of tension. When we're going to sing it, and when you get to the red circled notes, will you please just give yourself just a little bit of a push, and then when you get to the next note, let it go. Okay? Here we go. I want to see you guys giving yourself a good on those red notes. 2 and I'll try my turn on. 2 and 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Excellent. Pick up your horns. Now, obviously, you can't squeeze your hands, but on those notes that are not that are not in the harmony, sense that dissonance. Can you put that into your playing? Can you put that into your phrasing? Here we go. I'm accompanying you on the horns. 2 and 3. Do, ti, la, do, ti. Sol, la, ti, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, 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 mi. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So you can see how important it is when we are doing our preparation, our excerpt preparation, our solo, really anything, how important it is to know what's going on in the harmony. It really informs what we do. So I'm going to encourage you, to be cognizant of this, to do the listening, to do the singing, so that you have informed interpretation. And with that, I have to say goodbye. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I could keep going and going. I didn't leave any time for questions. I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are out of time, but a huge thank you to you for presenting on a topic you're so passionate about and helping us all learn how to prepare our excerpts better. And a huge thank you to all the members of our audience for attending this session of the 2021 online KBHC experience, an offering of Cormount Music and our gift to the Horn community. Please join us at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for a session with Lynn Baird, professor of music at Western Michigan University, member of the Western Brass Quintet and the Western Wind Quintet, and regular performer with the Kalamazoo Symphony Orchestra. In the meantime, please check us out on our various social media platforms. You can subscribe to our YouTube page by searching for Kendall Betts Horn Camp. You can also find us on Facebook using @KBHornCamp and Instagram using @official_KBHC. Anytime you post about us or share something we posted, please be sure to include the hashtag KBHC2021. Finally, please visit us at horncamp.org for more information about our upcoming online and in-person offerings. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.